beautiful Gnomies, and welcome back to my channel. This is Nova Gnome Creations, and I'm Nova, and I'm so happy to see you today. I hope that you guys had a great extended weekend. I hope that you guys had a good Easter if you celebrate, Good Friday, Good Monday. I hope you guys had a good holiday weekend. I've also heard that it was, I believe, Ramadan, so if you celebrate Ramadan, I hope that you had a good Ramadan. And if you didn't celebrate anything, I just hope you had a good weekend. I am going to be happy to take down my Easter decorations soon, so the cute little gnomes, the little pastel gnomes. I wish I could, like, take their ears off and leave them up, because I really like the pastel gnomes. Maybe I'll just leave them up even though they're bunnies. Maybe I'll just take down the one that says Easter. Although I'm sure hubby is, like, ready for me to take this down because he has to, like, duck to get under it, and it's in the middle of the apartment. I'm shorter, so I don't have to worry about that. Anyway, I hope you guys had a good weekend. I didn't check in on Easter because I take Sundays and Mondays for my days off, and Sunday is like my little family day, so I just was like, you know what, I'll just check in my next video and tell you guys happy Easter and stuff. So happy Easter. This is just kind of a chit chat and catch up video and kind of tell you guys what plans I've got going on and stuff like that. So this week I've got two little tutorials. They're nothing huge. It's a tutorial for how to make the little curly Q spirals for amigurumi hair, and just another simple eye tutorial. Like pretty early in me making YouTube videos, I made just a very simple, like, just a little black circle basically with the little white spot on it, you know, for the light, for where the light is hitting the eye, or the light catch, I believe it's called, tutorial. And I thought, because I was making some eyes, I would go ahead and make a newer tutorial that included how to, like, do a color change on there also. So it's like a pupil and an iris, and then also the light catch. So it's just like a little bit of a I would say like a more detailed one, but it's still really, really simple and beginner friendly. So both of those will be going up this week. And I'm also going to be doing that book look for the Crochet Creatures of Myth and Legend. I have it sitting in front of me, so I was like, what's it called? That is the one that I'm working on the dragon from, and I know you guys have been super excited for the book look for that one, so I have been working on that dragon because I was thinking it would be a really good book look to be able to show you guys a finished piece from the book as well, and also, having worked a whole project out of it, I can give you guys a little bit more insight into the book rather than just a first impression. So I'm pretty excited to get that together for you guys. I think it's going to be a really good book look. So that is something I also plan on getting out this week. And then of course, Luck of the Draw. I will be doing my Luck of the Draw video on Thursday like I usually do. And I did get to work on attaching together some scrumbles. So those, that will also be part of that video too, not just this week's scrumble. And then Friday will be Community Spotlight, so let me know if you guys want anything put in Community Spotlight. If you've been working on anything, you guys know the drill. My email is in the description box below, and you can send your projects in and let me know what name you would like me to use when I credit you in the Friday video. And that's for anybody, so anybody watching this video. Community Spotlight is just our community here, Nova Gnome Creations community. So if you're here, you're part of the community, and you are totally welcome to participate in that. So you can get uplifted by other like-minded friends and yarny folks who are going to appreciate the effort and all the work that goes into everything that you made. So that is kind of the gist of the agenda. The gist of the agenda. That's not, I don't know, it flows very nicely, that phrase. But that is basically the plans for this week. I also have some really exciting news. I have been working so hard on getting my mushroom cap gnome. You guys know how I did the mushroom cap gnomes crochet along. I went ahead and worked up a typed copy with pictures and everything, put together a nice pattern. It is 12 pages long, but that's partially because I put a lot of pictures in my patterns. And so I've been working on getting that ready. I don't even want to know how many hours I put into it. Like yesterday alone, I probably put in at least 5 hours into working on that pattern, and I had done a lot of it already. So super, super stoked about that. And I'm going to be getting that up on Etsy pretty soon. This is just for the mushroom boy. I ended up doing like 2 different body options and had like a girl option and everything. That is not all in this pattern, but it does have the whole like boy pattern and the basket pattern, and like everything is in there for that. And what I'll probably do is make a separate one that is for the girl, and then I'll probably do a like combined pattern that has both in it, but I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that yet. But like I said, this one is for this one specifically, for the boy, so I'll probably do mushroom boy pattern and put mushroom girl pattern. But I'm super happy to have that typed up. This was like my biggest amigurumi that I've translated into like typed up pattern, like PDF form. My other ones have been for amigurumi have been like my pocket gnome and my pocket elf. And so this was like a lot of like stuff to put in, and also there's part of it is difficult to translate into a typed pattern. If you guys made my mushroom gnome or you watched my mushroom gnome tutorial, you'll probably know what I'm talking about, but it's the part where you attach the cap onto the body, because you sew it on where like the body has less stitches around the circumference than the hat does. So you like you go through the stitch on the body, through the stitch on the hat, back through the same stitch on the body, and then through the next stitch on the hat, which it's not like a hard at all. It's really easy to do, but writing it in a way that like is clear, and I want to like make sure you like can tell what I'm talking about. It was just like a little, that part of the pattern was a little bit difficult for me to figure out how to like word, I wanted to word it just right where it's easy to understand what I'm talking about and not confusing. So I got that done. So it's been a pretty productive holiday weekend. And I also did give hubby his rabbite. If you guys have been around for a little bit, you guys might remember I mentioned that I was working on a surprise for him for Easter, and it was a rabbite because he has been asking for a rabbite. So I will insert a picture over here of what the rabbite ended up looking like. I'll insert a picture of what the rabbite looks like in the game. It's from a game called The Secrets of Mana. I think it's Secrets of Mana. It might be Legends of Mana. I think it's Secrets of Mana. I have not played it, but he has been talking about wanting a rabbite ever since last Easter, when I had a failed bunny experiment where I did a face on it that I did not like, and I was like, ew, I don't want this. And he like stole it, and it was just the head of the bunny. He like stole it and has had it in the car all year long, and he will not get rid of it. And so I was like, because he thinks it looks like a rabbite, and he had me like add some stuff to it. He was like, well, I'm keeping it, it looks like a rabbite. And I was like, okay, well, do you at least want me to like turn it into a rabbite? So I like added a little puffy tail and stuff to it. It's ugly. I'm not showing it to you guys. I hate it. But that thing haunts me because it was a failed project, and he's like, I love it, I'm keeping it. That's just him though. And so I was like, I'm gonna actually make him a rabbite. And so I did it as a surprise, and he got home, and I had it like sitting so that I didn't tell him I made it, but I had it sitting so that he would notice it pretty quickly after he came in. And he was like, when did you do that? I was like, I've been working on it when you were at work. Over like the course of a week, I just was like working on it when he was not here. So, I mean, it wasn't like, a hard project or anything, but I was pretty happy with it. I made it out of blanket yarn, and if all is done appropriately, it should be popped up over here while I'm chit-chatting about it. And then the other thing that I have kept meaning to mention is my little mushroom haul that I did. You guys remember the little clear like mushroom bug catcher kit thing that I was saying I was probably gonna turn into a terrarium that I got at the dollar spot in Target? Well, several of you guys were like several of you guys were like, you should make that into a yarn scrap holder. I loved that idea. Like, I actually think it looks so good as a yarn scrap holder. And I've been wanting to do like a big clear plastic container to do yarn scraps in, so this was perfect for that. So I went through and I got all my little yarn scraps, and this is for like little yarn scraps, and I got them all in there, and I will pop up a picture of how that looks too, over here in the side. And I'm gonna take a drink of water while you look at it. Because talking a lot makes me thirsty. I actually wrote down like some little notes that so that I wouldn't forget certain things that I've been meaning to tell you guys, and the mushroom yarn scrap holder was one of them, because sometimes I get on here and I just get so like absent-minded and like just start rambling about random stuff and then I forget. Let me see. Oh, and then the really big thing that I was going to tell you guys is in the works for this week. It's not something that you guys are going to see yet, but it's something that requires a lot of behind the scenes before you guys see it. And that is, I am going to be working on filming up the tutorials for the Mario gnome. That is our gnome of the month this month. So if you missed that video, I will link it down in the description box below. You should go check it out. But in our Gnome of the Month reveal video, I told you guys about how we are going to be doing a Mario, the video game Mario, themed Gnome of the Month this month, and that we are doing a collab, our first Gnome of the Month collab with the Spoony Stitcher, and she is going to be making Peach, and I'm going to be making Mario, and there might be a few other little surprises. Who knows? But I am excited to get going on all that. Like I said, it's going to be a whole bunch of stuff that I got to do behind the scenes, coming up with, you know, I'm writing the pattern, obviously, so I got to like formulate everything and make sure it's all good and video everything and edit everything, and it's a lot of behind the scenes. So that is what I am going to be working on this week. And that is part of why I've got some little tutorials for you guys that are going to come out this week. So that you guys have a little bit of content to keep you occupied. To keep you occupied. That's like not the phrasing that I mean for that, but so that I'm not leaving you high and dry and not giving you anything. There'll be a little bit of something. And then the other thing that I have been working on over the weekend is I was working on a basket. So this is what it's looking like so far. I've got yarn sitting in it, but here's the bottom. And here's the sides, and then here's the yarn that I'm currently working with. I'm double stranding it, and so far it's just in 2 shades of purple. I'm kind of using, like, I would say kind of scrap yarn, like floppy skeins of yarn, that there's not really enough to do like a full project with them probably, but there is like a significant amount so that I can do like a pretty good like chunk of something with it. So, so far it's been purples. I might continue to do purples. I do have a lot of like little bits of purple, like right here over next to my desk. I have this purple, which is not what I'm using right now for comparison, and this is like not going to get me very far at all, but I think as I work my way up, it'll probably get more scrappy looking, you know, a little bit shorter pieces, but I'm not 100% sure yet. When I get towards the end of the purple that I'm currently on, I'll put a little more thought into what I want the colors to like work up like. But I am double stranding it, and so I worked double strands of this color amethyst for the bottom, and then I actually did I think I did 1 round of it being amethyst double stranded with this darker purple. This is Amethyst Red Heart Super Saver, and this is also Red Heart Super Saver, but I don't remember the colorway. But yeah, I did that, and then I switched into doing just double stranding of both. So yeah, that's what I've got going on with this so far. And I right now am doing front post and back post alternating, front post and back post double crochets alternating. And before that I was doing half double crochets and front post half double crochets. So that's what I got going on, and I'm pretty excited. I've been wanting to make a basket for a long time. This is pretty big. It's not like massive, but it's pretty big. I've been wanting to make a basket for a long time, and I haven't actually just made like a normal basket. I've made like little tiny amigurumi baskets and stuff, but not like, a functional basket. So I'm pretty excited to have a little crocheted basket. At some point I would like to make some like bigger ones. But this is going to be really nice to keep over here in like my like office area, so to speak. Whoops, I'm bumping into stuff. And I'll probably keep yarn in it, but yeah, almost definitely will keep yarn in it. So that's what I have been working on and what I've got planned out for the week. I thought I would just come on here and chit chat and ask you guys how your weekends were. Did you guys do anything fun? Did you guys celebrate anything? We didn't do anything like super special, like over the top, like go anywhere or anything like that. But I did spend a lot of time video chatting with my family. I was video chatting with my sister Saturday night while she was painting Easter eggs and I was working on this basket. We chatted for like a little over an hour, I think. And then it might have been longer than that. I don't know. And then on Easter, she was working on this really cool, she's been doing these like trash and clay sculpture type things. It's super cool. I definitely want to try that out, but I want to wait and do it with her. So the next time that I visit, I'm hoping that we can get up to some clay and trash sculptures. But it looks so fun. She like takes a bunch of like basically recycling and uses like hot glue and like puts it together. So she'll use like little cardboard boxes or like like little containers that were like that held stuff, plastic bottles, things like that, and you put them together and you like you form them into like the shape of the structure that you're wanting to do. And you can also use things like vases and stuff like that. Like, you can just you can get so creative with it and do whatever you want. And you like glue it all together and then you use clay on top of it and you sculpt like, she was doing like little cottagecore, type of like mushroom houses and things like that type of vibe. It's not done yet, but when she finishes it and like has it all finished, maybe I can put together a little, video, clips for you guys of the process, like kind of from start to finish, because I took some screenshots while we were chatting so that she could have pictures of the process. But we were literally video chatting for like over 4 hours that day. I was just working on the basket that I'm working on, and then also like just chatting and hanging out, and my nephew was being super adorable. And he had his Easter candy and he was showing me all of his Easter stuff, like all of his little Easter toys and his Easter candy. And, he was super excited that I also had Reese's cups. So I was like, hey, I have the same candy as you. And I was showing it to him. And then it like became a game of like, okay, now we both have to open it and we both have to take a bite and show each other the bite, like, cause look, our matching bites. And it was just super fun and cute. And then we made some, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of crack chicken. It's so good. It's like one of our favorite chicken recipes. Super, super easy. You just throw chicken in the crock pot, boneless chicken, obviously, and some cream cheese and some ranch seasoning, and you just slow cook it, and then you like shred it all up and mix it together, and you put it on like sandwiches and stuff. So good. So that's what we had for like our Easter dinner, was we made some cracked chicken and had sandwiches. So that's kind of what we got up to this weekend. Hubby was playing a Warhammer video game, and I was working on editing my mushroom gnome pattern, getting it all typed up and pictures and formatted and all that stuff. So that was what we were doing yesterday, because he had a long weekend. He got Monday off, so back to work today. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your day, and I am just super happy to be here and to see you guys and chit chat for a little bit today. And I hope you guys are excited for the things that we have upcoming. And yeah, so I will see you guys later. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope you and your families your family is taking care of the best that you guys can. And I love you, and I will see you guys later. Bye.